Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about this weird feeling that I've just gotten. So today I went out to do this interview kind of thing with someone who's really nice, and I really want to emphasize that it wasn't because of anything to do with that person. They were really lovely, we had a really nice time going around filming this interview. It was really good, you know, and I enjoyed doing it. I did enjoy doing it, but I think I started to get a lot of these little anxieties of like, as this channel grows, it's realizing in my head, it's materializing in my head, and it's becoming this sort of thing like, I'm developing this sense of responsibility unto my audience. I mean, not just in the sense that I'm making 2 videos a day, but I need to also make sure that I don't, for instance, feed misinformation or disinformation. I don't want to, like, you know, I always talk about I don't want to get things wrong. Maybe that's okay with an audience of like 1,000, but say if I had like 100,000, I don't know what's going to happen with this channel. That's not out of the realms of possibility. And, you know, when I get to like 100,000 subscribers and like these videos get like 30,000 a pop, what do I do then? The effort that goes into them will probably end up needing to increase. I'm not really sure. And then there's also the sort of thing, it feels really arrogant to say, like kind of prima donna to say, but you know, like at some point people are going to start stopping me in the street and sort of going, are you Johnny Mozer? Are you like Josh, are you guy that does the videos? Oh, I've seen all your videos, man, I'm such a big fan, and all that sort of stuff. There's people developing parasocial relationships with me, and it's cool in a way. And I like it, I do like it. And I really appreciate all the really lovely comments from people. And like, when people give a comment that like is like, oh, you've really inspired me and stuff, it does kind of make me emotional. And it makes me feel really like happy. But it's sort of like, I don't know, it's unsettling in a fun way. These are existential challenges that I need to overcome, I think. As this has become real, it started to feel real. Like this isn't grassroots anymore, and it is. So I need to make sure I don't get beyond my station in that regard. And I don't know how to balance that, because I've never had media training, as you believe it or not, I've never had media training. So, you know, I don't know what to say in front of the camera and what not to. That's another thing that scares me, is like the idea that the culture changes. Like I was saying to the person I was doing this interview with on the way back, say if I was doing these videos in 2016 and the culture of YouTube in 2016, now everything was all edgy and edgelord sort of stuff. Imagine if I was doing that and I was following whatever trend that was, and look at how terribly those videos would age. What if these videos age just the same way, and you know, the things that I say now aren't acceptable in the future? That idea kind of freaks me out, and like, you know, people will be picking up on what I say. At some point people are going to start doing response videos on me and like, you know, picking out at like things I say and like noticing like discrepancies between like various videos when I vaguely talk about the same thing. It's like, oh, he contradicted himself. I am a walking contradiction in all regards, and that is kind of like what life is, because you come to new realizations, you learn, you develop and you grow, and that kind of changes your mindset and your attitude towards things. And like my attitude now is completely different from 3 years ago. And if I was making these videos 3 years ago, you'd be getting a different message out of it. Same way as 3 years from now, you'd be getting a different message. And that's another thing, is like, am I the real me? Is this the real me? Is it? I'm not sure. What's the real me? Is it the real me that when I'm off the camera? Because I don't change that much when I get off the camera. You know, like I talk to myself a little bit. You know, I still do the, oh, shut up at the planes and like that kind of stuff. I don't know. It really kind of freaks me out. And I've kind of been grappling with it, because it's all hit me in the past half an hour. And I had to make a video just to try and wrestle with this quite existential idea. I don't think existential is the right word. I think I'm worried about the idea that people are gonna take the wrong thing from my videos, because I try and give motivation. I try and make people realize that they are more powerful than they think. And that seems to be a really intoxicating message. And what if it stops being about the message and just starts being about, I don't know, like chasing the algorithm or something like that? Could I do what I do if I had 10 million subscribers? Or like, would I just end up like Joe Rogan or some shit like that, where I'm just like spouting off whatever bollocks that I happen to believe, but because I've got an army of people that follow me, they all start believing the same shit I think, and they all start parroting it around, and that's how we end up with the bloody world that we got now. I don't know what's going to happen with this channel, and I'm really intrigued as to what is the future for it, because, you know, maybe I'm just getting way beyond my station here. Maybe I'm getting really arrogant and like, you know, oh, look at the big man with the big channel, you know, 1,400 subs. Oh, look, he got like 6,000 views on a video. Isn't he a fucking celebrity? It's like, not really, but like, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger from what I can tell, because this is only a month in. I am really excited. I am really genuinely excited. Please don't take what I'm saying now as like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore or anything like that, because I'm not going to stop. I'm absolutely not, but I do have to grapple with these things. I have to figure out what the future is in the way that my relationship is with the audience, and my relationship with myself, and my relationship with the videos themselves, you know, and sort of figure out what, you know, what the hell am I actually going to do going forwards? Is it going to be a case of I'm going to become like, there'll be like a video like the downfall of fucking Johnny Mozzer or something? I don't know. I have no idea. What if I, you know, because there's so many YouTubers out that start off so genuine and they become so fake. As all the sponsors deals come in, they sell out and they start taking their audience for fucking schmucks. And like, I don't want to do that now, but like, I bet they didn't want to do that back then, but they just did because their attitude towards it changed. And what if mine changes? What if I become a sellout? What if I start like doing that kind of thing? I don't want to, so I have to figure out how to humble myself. And the idea of that feels weird and arrogant in and of itself, and it all feels quite pretentious to talk about, and I don't like pretension. And it almost feels like not liking pretension is pretentious, and like, I don't know. It's not that I feel like I'm saying the wrong things, or anything like that. It's not that I feel like I'm worried that I'm gonna get cancelled in the future or anything like that, because I've got all the right opinions, arrogant as that sounds. I'm fairly like, you know, I try and love everybody, you know, and I try and also not be a smug little centrist, and I try and figure out the right and from the wrong, and try and like support causes. And that's another thing that comes through as like more and more political things go on and I get bigger. There's gonna be that, you know, that whole thing with like people not speaking out about Palestine. You've got a platform, so you've got no excuse. And it's like, I've supported Palestine for like 15 years, and it's like, I've watched documentaries about it when I was 10, you know? So it's not that I don't support that cause, but I don't know, I feel like I can't do any of that sort of stuff. I don't want to end up being part of the inevitable culture war. I don't want to end up being a part of that like everybody else. And I also don't want to act like I'm some fucking like, you know, island, just me, because no man is an island at the end of the day. I don't know how to grapple with all this. It's really weird. It's exciting, it's really exciting, but it's really weird. And I've just got to figure out what the future brings. And I am really excited for it. And I cannot emphasize enough how excited I am for this journey, because it's so cool what's going on right now. And the fact that so many people are getting so inspired by what's going on, it really touches me like at the heart, you know? But as I get more and more of them, they almost become like white noise. They haven't become white noise to me yet, but I know they will. Say once I'm getting them like every fucking 5 minutes, you know? Now I get enough that I can take in each one and like think about it and like think about them and empathize with them. But at a certain point, I'm gonna get so many that I'm not gonna be able to do that. I already can't respond to all the comments. I'm already so behind on responding to people's comments. I try to respond to what I can, and I feel bad for not responding to everyone, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm worried people will develop a parasocial relationship with me. And I don't, and you know, if I'm worried about that, then surely I should just stop, but I don't want to stop. So I need to figure out how to love that. And I do love it, so that's easy. And I just don't know, because it makes you realize that the world is way more chaotic than it appears. Like, because so many people out there that look like they're such fucking experts on things, they really aren't. They're just spouting off the way that I'm spouting off, but they do it with confidence, and so you believe them, you know? that's what this is. That's all these things are. It's a soapbox at the end of the day. Like I can't live in denial about that. It's just one big soapbox, and it's a positivity soapbox. I try and keep it positive, and I feel like this is a positive video, as weird as a positive video it is. But I don't know. I don't know how to wrestle with this. If you have any thoughts on this, I think this is going to be the video I'm going to focus on responding to comments to, because I really want to get a dialogue going on this. Tell you what, can someone set up a Discord or something? I don't understand Discord, but if someone set up a Discord, maybe we could try and make a community together and like see what happens from there, because like I want that kind of thing. I do want like a little community to come out of this. That would be really cool. And I'm scared of the idea of being like some huge YouTuber, and I've recently had to wrestle with the idea that that is what this is going to become, because like it's exploding in a really weird way. Like it's really fucking cool. Please don't take this for me being ungrateful. This is me coming to the realization that I need to take some responsibility onto my audience and onto like these videos. You know, I don't know. I've got some duty to not just entertain or inspire, but also to put people on the right track, it feels like. And that's quite a lot, you know? What if I give the wrong message? What if someone takes the wrong idea from my videos and does something horrible? What if someone like, you know, what if I stop for whatever reason and that causes someone to spiral, you know? Because my videos are the only thing that keeps them above water. I don't know. They're all things I've had to grapple with, and I don't have the answers to them. And this is something that everyone has to think about when they are big on YouTube. Every big YouTuber has probably had to come to terms with this, but I've never heard it talked about. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what this phenomenon is. If it's got a name, if it has got a name, I'd love to know it. And yeah, I'd really like to know your thoughts on this, because I do want to keep doing this, and I won't stop. Please don't take this as me saying I'm done, because I'm not. I'm only just beginning. And that's why I'm making this video, because this is only just beginning. And I'm realizing that now. This is like, you know, imagine it's Lord of the Rings, right? So far, we've just been watching the fucking hobbits run around the Shire. This video is like the scene with the one ring. And it's like, oh God, that ring has some powers, you know? That's what this feels like. So yeah, this video has actually helped me feel a lot better while I've tried to work my way through what this actually is, because it is quite interesting, this feeling. It's not negative, it's not positive, it's just a challenge. And I like challenges. I do like challenges, but there's no but really. Yeah, I just like challenges. So yeah, more videos tomorrow and the next day, and for as long as people want them. So thank you very much for watching this. Have a great rest of the day. Yeah, take care. Bye.